Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Held and Healed with Joy. On today's Whisper, we'll be talking about dismissive-avoidant attachment. Dismissive-avoidant attachment, a journey from isolation to connection. If you have ever been told that you are emotionally unavailable, or if you're someone who feels that emotional intimacy makes their chest tightened, you feel uncomfortable when you hear about emotional intimacy, I'm here to tell to you that you are not alone, and most importantly, you are not broken. Dismissive-avoidant attachment is, we are going to understand the wounded child within who has learned that love wasn't safe, and how brilliant this child has grew into an adult who might be willing to risk connection again. Dismissive-avoidant attachment affect a significant portion of our population, and it is characterized by what the psychology call the most secretive attachment style. But here is what the clinical definition does not capture: the lived experience. Yes. If you are someone with dismissive avoidant attachment, you have likely become a master of what I call a beautiful independence. On the outside, you look very confident, self-sufficient, and successful. Yes. You've got a very active social life and might be into multiple relationships, and people get to admire an apparent contentment and self-awareness. Yes. And beneath that carefully constructed surface lies a different story entirely. Am I right? Yes, I am right. A heart that learned early that needing others might lead to disappointment and vulnerability leads to pain. Yes. That the safest place one could ever be is the fortress of one's own independence. These attachment styles develop when, as children, we learn that our caregivers are not emotionally available or reliable source of comfort. Maybe they were present physically but emotionally distant, simply couldn't provide the constant warmth we needed. So the brilliant child in you did what children normally do. They adapted. They learned to meet their own needs themselves. They learned to suit their own hurts themselves. This adaptation strategy saved you then when you were a child. And now as an adult, this same strategy might be what is keeping you from achieving what your heart genuinely wants, which is a genuine connection. Yes. Now, let us talk about what is really happening inside when you have dismissive avoidant attachment. There is a belief running in the background of your mind. These beliefs were formed very early that you might not even realize that they are there. Yes. The belief that you are fundamentally defective or unlovable, that if people get to see you, the real you, with all your needs and vulnerability, they would leave you. So you get to live first. Or better yet, never allow them so close to see. You believe that emotions are dangerous and that they make you weak and vulnerable. You've learned to suppress your feelings so well that sometimes you don't even recognize when you are angry, sad, or afraid. You have become an expert at what is called deactivating strategies. Unconscious behavior that keeps people at arm's length. Maybe you recognize some of these patterns in you. You pull away when a relationship is becoming serious. You sabotage good things because they are going on smoothly. Yes. Also, you find fault in your partners when they show you unconditional love. You become very scared and you end it. You might find yourself triggered by someone wanting more openness from you, or by frequent texts or calls, by romantic gestures, or just by mere talk about future commitment. And when this trigger arises, every fiber of your being wants to create distance, to retreat to safety. And here is the thing, this is not selfishness or coldness, though it might be labeled that way. This is your nervous system that has learned that connection equals danger. And it's trying to protect you, keep you safe, the only way it knows how to. Let's be honest and talk about the cost of this protection. We might live behind the walls and feel very safe, but also will feel isolated. We might achieve great things along this path. Yes, because most dismissive avoidants are high achievers. But remember, success is hollow when there is no one to truly share it with. Now listen. These attachment styles are not fixed. That is, it's not your destiny. The same neuroplasticity that allows your brain to adapt early experience also allows it to create a new neural pathway, if you understand what I mean. That is, the ability your brain has to create the adaptive feature of safety. It also can rewire the brain to be able to accommodate your autonomy and connection. I will explain. We can literally rewire our brains for connection. It's like riding a bike. At first, it takes conscious effort and it's scary and awkward. But with constant practice, it becomes natural. The key to this is knowing that healing doesn't mean losing your independence or becoming needy. It means expanding your capacity to include both autonomy and connection, if you understand what I mean. That is, growing in a way that allows you to balance your independence with relationship. When this is in place, you don't lose yourself when you connect. Also, you don't isolate or push people away just to protect your independence. Also, you become strong enough to be independent and also soft enough to be connected. Remember, you are healing, you are becoming. Your healing is real. I'll see you in our next whisper. Held and healed with joy. Bye.